Hello everyone. Well, this is the very first step in repairing Quad 63s. The first thing to do is to remove the sock, and it's very simple, straightforward, no dramas. Right, this is how you go about it. First off is you take off the top, and how it usually is, you just knock it to the side. You'll know which side it is. It only goes one way, and then you lift it off and you can see how just some screw heads fit into some slotted grooves. Put that aside. As you can see, this one's never been opened before. You can tell by the fact that it's so neatly done. All it is a cloth held on by Velcro, just the hook, not the loop. So what you do is you go all around, take it off, Okay, now it's loose on the top. The next step is to just drop it down. What I tend to do is to hook it underneath the bottom of the speaker so that it gets out of the way. The cloth has some elasticity, so it's quite okay. Right, there we go. As far down as it goes. Likewise, other side. Okay, now the next step is to remove the tape, the gaffer tape, the 1" or 25mm tape. It's generally at one end where the overlap is. Right. Actually, this tape's in pretty good condition. Usually they dry out, but this is quite sticky still, which surprises me actually. Oh, okay. Okay, I've just discovered that the reason this tape is still good is because I've done these are mine, and I did some repairs on them in the past. That's why the tape is still good. So, arguably I could reuse the tape, but I'll keep it fresh just in case. The 25mm gaffer tape is really hard to come by. You have to get it from Amazon or somewhere like that. Locally you can only get 50mm or 100mm. When I say mil, I mean millimetre. It's just a shortcut we use in saying a real mil is actually an imperial measure, but we say mil, I mean millimetre. Down the bottom as well. as I said, almost always after such a long period of time, the tape goes quite dry and dusty, and it's quite easy to pull off. Now, I said that it looked like it was never been touched, but I obviously put it back very neatly, the top. So I have worked on this before. Right, next step is to take off the protective louvered fronts. Now, that's pretty easy. You just, with the tape off, you grab the middle and you just pull it out and it just starts to come out. Now, near the bottom, you just be a little bit more careful. Don't let it kick back onto the dust cover. Whoops. Okay. Now you may notice the tape that goes down the side. They use this to more easily place it into the groove and also to prevent vibration. When they're old, they get dry and dusty and they don't stick. But this one, since I obviously did it only just a few years ago, it's sticking there, so that's good. I can just leave it there, that's fine. I can reuse that tape. I don't have to redo the tape down the edge. Right, let's put that aside. Now, the next step is to remove the dust cover. Sorry, yes, the dust cover. Now, some people remove the top cover, and when they undo the dust cover, they bring it up the top and out. I don't do that. I think that's unnecessary, and I like to keep the top plate on for rigidity, and also these two arms that sit here, they then don't flop around and risk damaging the dust cover or anything else. And less screws to unscrew. There's 2, 4, 6, 8 of them, so saves you taking it off. What I do is get a little screwdriver, flat bladed, works better than a posi drive or Phillips head, just a little flat bladed. Get in the groove of the vertical slot or whatever, it doesn't really matter, either in that or, actually normally what I do is I just get in the side there and just, whoops, get inside and pull it out. The dust cover has nylon or plastic strips, and in the corners are little metal right angle doohickeys to keep it together, and they're quite strong. They're quite strong. Do that both sides. Now, hope you can see. I then just gradually pull on it, moving my fingers down slightly. Do it slowly, it won't hurt. Now the top, likewise, it'll suddenly pop out, provided you've got a good hold of it. Nothing untoward going to happen. So here we are, it's loose at the top, and you just gradually work your way down a bit more. Now the idea is, what I did there, do that at the bottom as well. Little tiny screwdriver in the corner only. Be careful of the little metal grounding spring, keep that away from that. Let's have a closer look. Let's see, look. See the little spring? Keep away from that. Pull it away. Right. Same on the other corner. Right. Right. Now, as you can see, that popped loose at the bottom. So now it's only in the grooves on each side in the middle. So we grab the fingers, slide down, keep your thumb on it as well so that you stop it from really bouncing out and making you feel uncomfortable. So you end up with it in your hands like this, loose. So then what I do is I just slide it out sideways, ever so carefully. And voila, there you have it. Undamaged and complete. And this is all repeated on the other side. Right, we now have the dust cover free, the louvered front protection cover removed, and from here on we're ready to investigate the panels to find out what's wrong with them. The assumption, of course, is that you've already determined that the panels are crackling or coming loose or vibrating or flapping. Generally the reason is that the stator either side is coming loose from the frame. The polypropylene, whatever glue it is, it eventually goes dry and dusty, and it's not sticking, and therefore when voltage is applied, it's just flapping around with the diaphragm and causing lots of arc overs and awful noises. Okay, well that's probably it for stage one. See you on the next.